In a world where the sun's boundless energy illuminates our path to a sustainable future, YouSolar emerges as the beacon of hope, offering us a cleaner, more resilient way forward. Enter YouSolar, pioneers of the power block, a solar nanogrid designed to transform the way we power our homes. Why invest in YouSolar? Because we're not just selling a product, we're offering an opportunity to be part of something bigger. The global solar market is projected to grow from over $250 billion in 2023 to over $400 billion by 2032. Investing in YouSolar means investing in a future where clean, reliable energy is accessible to all.
And we are reinventing power. Come and join us and invest in YouSolar today.
Join us in harnessing the power of the sun. Invest in YouSolar today.
In a world driven by power where energy dictates our daily lives, a new paradigm is emerging. Today, we're diving into the future of energy with something truly groundbreaking. YouSolar's Power Block, a straightforward answer to our energy needs. It's a game changer. Designed with a unique modular power architecture, it's redefining how we think about energy.
Welcome to America's Next Investment, a new era of investing.
Welcome to America's Next Investment. I'm your host, Louise Houghton, and on today's episode, we've come up here to Carmel Valley to explore the freedom of energy independence. Whether you're a homeowner looking to break free from the grid, an eco-warrior, or simply looking for a smart investment opportunity, YouSolar has something for you. Join the energy revolution. No more relying on the grid, no more playing by somebody else's rules. Investing in YouSolar could mean investing in the future of energy. Stay tuned.
Nowhere are the need and opportunity greater than in energy. Electric utilities are struggling to cope with extreme weather and can no longer provide reliable power. Fortunately, people no longer need to depend on power companies. Affordable solar panels and powerful, long-lasting batteries create an alternative, and most solar energy can now be used by the home instead of being exported to the local utility. The YouSolar Power Block makes this vision a reality. The Power Block is a solar nanogrid for the home and business. It is a primary power supply, not a backup. It powers all loads with little or no reliance on utility power. Our first two crowdfunding campaigns raised $2.5 million, inspiring other investors who committed an additional $4 million to YouSolar. These investments have allowed us to build and deliver the Power Block. And we are reinventing power. Come and join us and invest in YouSolar today.
While I'm here in the Carmel Valley, I'm so happy to be joined by the CEO and founder of YouSolar, who's brought us here. Thank you so much for that.
You're most welcome. Welcome to Carmel Valley.
Thank you. I'd love to hear a bit more about you and how you got into YouSolar, what your role with them actually is.
Yes, so I've been a clean tech entrepreneur all my life. I'm the founder and CEO of YouSolar. The Power Block is my vision. Ever since I did my doctoral research on superconductors, I've used science and technology to create solutions. And with my first company, I won an R&D 100 award, the very prestigious award, together with the National Renewable Energy Laboratory.
So why YouSolar?
Because the world has real challenges and we need real solutions for it. Currently, we have a confluence of two challenges that affect the central grid. So we have unreliable grid situations because of severe weather. At the same time, we need to clean up our power supply and add more renewables onto the grid. And that's very difficult to do with a central grid. And nanogrids, like the Power Block, are the solutions to this problem.
Tell me a little bit more about YouSolar then as a whole and what they actually do.
Certainly, the Power Block is a complete power solution for the home and business. We provide a true alternative to utility power, and we do this by integrating solar energy from the roof as an energy source to the Power Block. We can bring in grid power when available and as and if needed, and that is the Power Block. We are primary power supply to the home or business.
You mentioned the word nanogrid there. Do you
Yes.
think for our audience at home you could explain what that is?
We call it a nanogrid because a nanogrid, like the Power Block, acts like a miniature utility. So we bring in different sources of energy. That would be the sun, the vehicle, the generator, utility. And then we combine it all in a Power Block. Some of that energy directly goes to the load. Some of it is first stored in batteries. But the key is that the power block is the primary power supply to the home and business. We are the utility.
What about patents? It sounds like you must have some patents for this revolutionary technology.
Yes, we have done a lot of research and work on the power block, and we have protected that with patents that we own. There are a few other patents that we license that make this technology possible. And the reason it's so important to us to protect our intellectual property because we have put so much work into this. And not only have we developed the product, the controls, the power electronics, and the software, we've also tested it in the real world, and all of that data experience flows back into the power block, and we are very focused on protecting that intellectual property.
So tell me a bit more about the technology itself and how it actually works, because I'm sure there's some people out there who are very technologically minded, and myself as well, want to understand all that software and hardware and how it comes to be.
So what's unique about the power block is that it uses a direct current architecture. It says, okay, we've got solar panels that produce direct current. Our batteries have direct current. Electric vehicles have direct current. So it seems like we should combine everything and exchange power in the system using direct currents. And that's something that's very novel. And we have done that in a way that this is very scalable and modular. And then at the very end, in the last step, we convert that direct current into whatever alternating currents the customers need. Typically, that's the 120, 240 volt single phase power, but it can also be a three-phase power, and also both of them at the same time from the same power block to the customer. And that's only possible if you combine all of that energy first on direct current and then you deliver it on AC.
Can you give me a bit of an example just to make that a little clearer about how you can power your life independently?
Yeah, so take this customer on the coast of Big Sur that we are working with. That customer bought this home, is refurbishing it, renovating it, but the local utility here on the Big Sur coast where that home is located cannot provide the amount of power this new all-electric home needs. So we step in, we say, okay, we'll become the primary power to the home, utility power is secondary, but we take over, we run it from solar and we power now this home. So we kind of fill in wherever utilities cannot go all the way.
You mentioned the word we there. Can you tell the viewers a bit more about your impressive team?
Yeah, we got a true A team. So for example, the person who does our software programming until very recently has worked on a NASA solar mission. Our Chief Technology Officer has built many microgrids, including one at an Air Force base. Then our board member has built the first utility-owned solar power plant in the United States. And then lastly, our embedded controls programmer, for example, he has worked on theater lighting, brought all that embedded instantaneous control technology to YouSolar. And obviously it seems that keeping the lights on in theater is just as important as in our business.
Keeping the lights on then, it's what you want to do with your business. But what is the problem that you really are wanting to solve?
So if the sun shines everywhere, right? Why is not solar everywhere? And we know the reason why. The reason why is because all existing solar technology, for the most part, has been reliant on a working grid to operate, which sounds crazy because you have a resource that's anywhere, but you can only be there where there's a reliable grid. We broke that paradigm. We decided, let's go and find out how can we make a power system that works everywhere. And that's what we've built with the power block.
In a world where the sun's boundless energy illuminates our path to a sustainable future, YouSolar emerges as the beacon of hope, offering us a cleaner, more resilient way forward. Enter YouSolar, pioneers of the power block, a solar nanogrid designed to transform the way we power our homes. Why invest in YouSolar? Because we're not just selling a product, we're offering an opportunity to be part of something bigger. The global solar market is projected to grow from over $250 billion in 2023 to over $400 billion by 2032. Investing in YouSolar means investing in a future where clean, reliable energy is accessible to all.
And we are reinventing power. Come and join us and invest in YouSolar today.
Join us in harnessing the power of the sun. Invest in YouSolar today.
I've come to talk to Roger Pang now, who works with YouSolar, and I'd love to start by hearing a little bit about your role and what you do with the company.
I am the Director of Sales, so I'm responsible for all revenue for the company. I've been in the solar and battery business for over 15 years now. In the past 3 years, I've sold over 6,500 panels, 250 batteries, for over 300 clients, which is a little bit over $15 million.
And what was it about YouSolar that you found so appealing? Why did you want to work with them? And then, of course, the other question and the other side to that would be, what differentiates them from other companies in the industry?
So most companies specialize in grid-tied solutions, where YouSolar specializes in off-grid and semi-off-grid solutions. That's valuable in a market like we are today in a remote area. But also there's areas pretty much everywhere nowadays where grids aren't stable. Okay, so that's where YouSolar would be a perfect product. Homes will now be untethered.
So what's the market opportunity for YouSolar then?
Well, right now the global battery market for residences is around $12 billion. Analysts are saying by 2031 it's going to be around $50 billion.
And how big do you believe that YouSolar can become?
Well, if the global market's going to be around $50 billion, and if I take a minuscule of that, like 2%, you're looking at $1 billion, but I believe we can take more than that in the market share with the technology that we have.
That's a huge growth potential. So that's a great bit of information for any potential investors out there watching. Let's talk about that investment opportunity a little bit more. Why have you decided now is the time that you want investors, and can first-time investors actually get on board?
Yes, we welcome anybody to learn more about the company and to invest if it's a right opportunity for them.
Well, if you want to find out more information about YouSolar and if you could be a part of this amazing revolutionary technology, then all you need to do is call the number on the screen. One of our team will be there to talk more about this investment opportunity, and then you'll come through to the team to talk in more detail. We're going to take a short break. See you in a few.
Greetings and welcome to the forefront of the energy revolution. I'm Arnold Lightner, the founder and CEO of YouSolar. I'm thrilled to introduce you to a game-changing investment opportunity, YouSolar.
YouSolar isn't just another solar company. They're pioneering a new era of power independence with their groundbreaking power block technology. Imagine reliable, clean energy at your fingertips with little to zero dependence on traditional utility power.
Investing in YouSolar could mean investing in the future of energy. So I invite you to join us on our journey to reshape the energy landscape. With YouSolar, the power to invest in a brighter future is in your hands. Why invest in YouSolar? Because we're not just selling a product, we're offering the opportunity to be part of something bigger, to change the way we power our lives.
Nowhere are the need and opportunity greater than in energy. Electric utilities are struggling to cope with extreme weather and can no longer provide reliable power. Fortunately, people no longer need to depend on power companies. Affordable solar panels and powerful, long-lasting batteries create an alternative, and most solar energy can now be used by the home instead of being exported to the local utility. The YouSolar Power Block makes this vision a reality. The Power Block is a solar nanogrid for the home and business. It is a primary power supply, not a backup. It powers all loads with little or no reliance on utility power. Our first two crowdfunding campaigns raised $2.5 million, inspiring other investors who committed an additional $4 million to YouSolar. These investments have allowed us to build and deliver the Power Block, and we are reinventing power. Come and join us and invest in YouSolar today.
I've seen those mini solar panels that you can get if you want to, charge your light or something like that if you're out camping, and there's just a little solar panel on top. Is it in some ways, just to kind of associate a much bigger and extensive version of that?
That's what it is. And that's been the inspiration actually when I started YouSolar. I had bought myself one of those solar chargers. I was connecting my cell phone to it, and I was captivated by the idea that this most sophisticated piece of power electronics was powered by the sunlight coming through my window. What could we do to scale this up? However, how can we do this and keep it as simple as this? That's been the challenge, and that's what we have solved. And as a matter of fact, the challenges is what made it even more inspirational. To get around those and make it possible. And I've not let go of that. That's what we've done here at YouSolar.
You can see the smile on your face. It's great how much passion you have for this. So what kind of impact do you think that it can have on society?
So the impact is that we now have an alternative, right? It's plug and play. It's modular. It can go anywhere. We limited the mass of an individual unit to 100 pounds or 50 kilos. And that allows this thing to be hand installed. It doesn't require a crane, it doesn't require a truck, but you can build this all up into whatever power system you need to operate wherever you are, whether this is a home or whether this is a small workshop in Kenya, a coffee shop in Southeast Asia that wants to serve latte when there's a power outage. Everywhere the power block can go and serve customers.
And tell me what your growth strategy is then for YouSolar.
We have developed a rack-based system in these cabinets which you see behind us, but I want to take it one step further. I want to take away the cabinet and make it all modular with stackable modules. Is to think of a desktop computer and a laptop. Both use the same processors, the same type of memories, but a laptop can go where a desktop cannot. And we see the stackable power block like our laptop for the power industry. And that's where we're headed next. And we think that's going to open up the entire world to the power block. It's a true game changer in the ease of transportation and ease of installation.
And I know it's been a big journey for you, but congratulations on where you are today. Who are your customers and your target audience then?
Yeah, so YouSolar comes in every time and everywhere where customers don't get the power from the utility that they need. Here in California, prices are skyrocketing and we have frequent outages, and lots of our customers really have had it with the utility. So one of the things I actually really like about the power block is that because it doesn't require utility cooperation, it also doesn't require utility approval. You can see how that plays into our business. Now, there are markets wide and far outside California that the power block is also applicable for. You have South America, you have Asia, you have Africa. Demand in these markets is exploding, and these markets have even more solar resources than we have. They have inadequate power structure, and that's really the market the power block was designed for, and that's the markets we will be going into next.
In a world where the sun's boundless energy illuminates our path to a sustainable future, YouSolar emerges as the beacon of hope, offering us a cleaner, more resilient way forward. Enter YouSolar, pioneers of the power block, a solar nanogrid designed to transform the way we power our homes. Why invest in YouSolar? Because we're not just selling a product, we're offering an opportunity to be part of something bigger. The global solar market is projected to grow from over $250 billion in 2023 to over $400 billion by 2032. Investing in YouSolar means investing in a future where clean, reliable energy is accessible to all.
And we are reinventing power. Come and join us. Invest in YouSolar today.
Join us in harnessing the power of the sun. Invest in YouSolar today.
I have the pleasure now of talking to one of the youngest members of the YouSolar company, Marcus Say. Marcus, thanks for your time. I'd love to start by hearing a bit more about your role and how you got into working with this company.
Yeah, so I'm a mechanical engineer by background, studied in London and in Sydney, and then I was recruited by YouSolar, so I moved down to the Bay, and now I'm working on designing how a user experiences the power block.
So you are really in charge of this technology in many ways, right? Tell me a bit more about the technology and how it differentiates from others.
Yeah, so the main focus with the design of the power block has always been to introduce ease, whether that's ease of installation, ease of system monitoring, or ease of maintenance. The power block managed to tick all these boxes without any compromises to either its function or the aesthetics. And every nook and cranny of the new cabinet has been designed very meticulously, and I think you can see that in the design.
And you're quite young to be within this role. So how does that feel to be part of such an amazing company like YouSolar?
I love it. Everyone works super closely together. We get to iterate fast. The team knows what the power block should look like, how it should function. And then I just get to go and work on my designs and ideas. And then we choose the best one and go from there.
That's so great to meet you. And thank you very much for your time today. If you like what you hear about this investment opportunity with YouSolar, you want to find out more information about how you could potentially get involved, then just call the number on the screen. One of our team will be there to tell you a bit more information. Thanks so much, Marcus. We're going to take a short break.
Greetings and welcome to the forefront of the energy revolution. I'm Arnold Lightner, the founder and CEO of YouSolar. I'm thrilled to introduce you to a game-changing investment opportunity, YouSolar.
YouSolar isn't just another solar company. They're pioneering a new era of power independence with their groundbreaking power block technology. Imagine reliable, clean energy at your fingertips with little to zero dependence on traditional utility power.
Investing in YouSolar could mean investing in the future of energy. So I invite you to join us on our journey to reshape the energy landscape. With YouSolar, the power to invest in a brighter future is in your hands. Why invest in YouSolar? Because we're not just selling a product, we're offering the opportunity to be part of something bigger, to change the way we power our lives.
Can you go into a bit more detail about the market opportunity?
Yeah, so in 2022, the global power market accounted for $1.8 trillion. Now, that market is going to double in size to $3.9 trillion in the next 10 years. That's an 8% annual growth rate. But the power block is all performance. It's all utility. It's sheer power. It's, as we like to say, a beast with red lipstick. It's built for the global market. It's built to deliver energy and power wherever it's needed. It doesn't require utility cooperation. And so the demand in the world is growing, and the power block is able to help customers all over the planet. So the entire world is our market, and that's where we're headed next.
That's a fantastic vision, I think. But what are some positive early traction that YouSolar has received?
Yeah, so we're currently powering homes in Northern California, but we also have wineries and clinics as customers, which are our entree into the commercial market. And all of these customers expect that we provide power more reliably than their utility.
Well, it sounds like the initial stage of the YouSolar company is going really well. So what are your short-term goals?
So our short-term goals is to become the leader in the residential, commercial, and critical infrastructure market, to deliver power more reliably there than anyone else can, and to provide an alternative to utility power.
And what about your long-term goals then? That sounds quite extensive as it is.
Yeah, so long-term, we want to go international. But for this, we have to have the stackable version of the power block. The reason is because it not only allows for easier installation, easier transport, easier service, but also allows us to introduce new business models to this industry. So we want to work with well-capitalized partners in these countries that will own these assets, sell them, distribute them, while YouSolar works on customer success, monetizing these assets in the power markets, if that's possible, and also innovation.
What kind of percentage of the market share do you hope to have then, and you need to have in order to be successful?
Yeah, remind ourselves that we are growing into a $3.9 trillion power generation market in the next 10 years. So even a small piece of the market is an enormous slice. But success to us is to make a huge impact on the climate and the customers. Solar is the single most dominant power generation source in the world. Then the market is doubling. So what we have is two explosions on top of each other. We have a market explosion and we have a technology explosion on top of it. Finally, we're also taking away customers that are currently being served by utilities. So what we have is growth through substitution, through demand growth, and through technology disruption. All of these forces are driving our sales.
And to continue with the investors conversation, why are you allowing all potential investors to invest?
The reason we like Main Street to invest, you to invest, homeowners to invest, business owners to invest, is because they know the problem and they understand the value we bring with our solution. So they are the best investors we can think of, because we want our investors to truly understand what we're doing and be smart in investing in us. And so we prefer to go to Main Street rather than Wall Street. So that's why we invite you to be part of YouSolar.
And how great to have something that you have in your home that's powering your entire home, but you also have an investment in it. So every time it's being used, you know that in some way you're getting money back for it.
Yeah, I think it would be great for people, to walk by, if they have their own power block, to see it and say, I'm actually an investor in this company. I think that's enormously empowering.
Will you allow first-time investors to be part of it?
Absolutely, yes. So just contact us and we'll provide you with the information you need, and you can make an investment in YouSolar at this time. By buying a share in YouSolar, you become part of us. And that's how we view you, and that's how we treat you. So as a company, you are part of our company as an investor.
What about your exit strategy then? Have you thought that far ahead?
There are a couple of different ways we can go. We can get in private equity investments that then allow our current investor to exit. We can also do an initial public offering. So those are the two primary ways the company can provide exit opportunities for our shareholders. And all of our current shareholders will tell you that we are very focus on their success and care a lot about their financial future.
I love that. And if there are people at home that want to invest, how can they do that? How can they find out more information?
There's a phone number at the bottom of the screen. You call us, you speak to us, you most likely will speak to me, and we'll explain and answer everything that you want to know about investing in YouSolar.
Oh, thank you so much. You heard it from Arnold himself. If you want to call him or any of the team that are going to be there when you pick up the phone, just dial that number on the screen and somebody will be able to give you more information about how you could be a part of YouSolar. We'll take a short break. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much, Arnold.
Thank you, Louise.
In a world where the sun's boundless energy illuminates our path to a sustainable future, YouSolar emerges as the beacon of hope, offering us a cleaner, more resilient way forward. Enter YouSolar, pioneers of the power block, a solar nanogrid designed to transform the way we power our homes. Why invest in YouSolar? Because we're not just selling a product, we're offering an opportunity to be part of something bigger. The global solar market is projected to grow from over $250 billion in 2023 to over $400 billion by 2032. Investing in YouSolar means investing in a future where clean, reliable energy is accessible to all.
And we are reinventing power. Come and join us. Invest in YouSolar today.
Join us in harnessing the power of the sun. Invest in YouSolar today.
Well, that is all we have time for on today's episode of America's Next Investment. It has been so interesting to learn all about the YouSolar technology here in the Carmel Valley, where they're actually installing it into this brand new house that's being built. If you want more information about how you could potentially invest in the YouSolar company, then all you need to do is call the number on the screen. One of our team will be there to tell you more information. I'm Louise Houghton, and I'll see you next time on America's Next Investment.